Hello, hello, hello. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. This is a Q&A live stream where I will be answering questions on emotional wellness and emotional boundaries with others. And one question per person, please. Please don't write a book that has like 10 different lines in it. If your question involves me looking at your energy, which is fine, just put your first name and last initial in the comment. If it's not obvious from your YouTube name. Also, if your question involves me reading you and another person, put their first name and last initial as well in your comment. If you're a total newbie, you don't know where to start in your self-healing, then your question could be that rather than specifically about emotional wellness. But just if you're a total newbie, otherwise, please let's talk about emotional wellness and boundaries. Okie dokie. Let's do this. So, reading the first question. Hi, Janet. I'd like to better understand why I am so deeply feeling the painful emotions surrounding an issue between my sister-in-law and my brother. I've worked hard on keeping my field clear / protected. Even so, when I was working with Ho'oponopono on my own, it turned into an experience where I felt that I took on and released their pain. Would be kind of nice if I had their initials too, but that's okay. I can look at it. Okay, so a couple things. Yeah, okay. So you have energy cords from both of those people going into your energy field. So your boundaries with them are not great, but it's because you have to do some basics like aura repair, chakra repair even. You have quite a, I'm guessing you've never done aura repair before, like my videos for aura repair, because you have aura damage in the front, like rips here, rips back here, rips back here, rips here. Very fixable, totally doable. You'll love it, I'm sure. Once you get it all repaired up, it'll be an enjoyable before and after, enjoyable after effect, let's say. But aura repair would be number one. So it's kind of like it's not exactly about them. It's just that that's what you're perceiving. But the reason that they can get so deep in is because you have giant rips in many key places in your aura. And then once you get the aura repair done, just do it a few times. You can even put a comment under one of my videos, can you please double check my aura repair? I've worked it a few times now. Also chakra repair. There's an 11-minute video of mine for chakra repair. For aura repair, if you've never done any of my aura repair stuff, I would suggest a video that also teaches a companion technique called gold buffer zones. So that's the name of the video. So you search Janet Wright gold buffer zones. It's an 18-minute video. So that's what I would suggest you do first, is that gold buffer zones video. But then you can do an 11-minute video for chakra repair, and you can just cycle through both of them for a couple days. That won't 100% fix the issue, but it'll get you much more present so that you can be ready to fix that issue of their cords. Then you could just imagine, washing your whole space out with gold light and melt away the energy cords from both of them. Your brother's actually cording a lot more than your sister, but they're both cording like different spots in your aura. I think sometimes people think, well, people that are angry with me or something, they're courting me, but people that are nice, that I love, they're not. But it doesn't work that way. They can be courting you as well. So yeah, first things first, aura repair, then chakra repair. Then maybe a video like Tricolor Soak. It's just a 5-minute video. And these ones, the aura repair, gold buffer zones, the The chakra repair one is an 11-minute video. If you search Janet Wright chakra repair major minor, you'll find it, because we repair all the major and minor chakras in that video. So you search Janet Wright chakra repair major minor, you'll find it. But these videos I link under any of my big live stream healing videos, like within a day. In the comment section, there's a detailed healing summary, and then below that, in the same comment, there's video links. But yeah, so I hope that helps. So it's not exactly about their emotional pain, it's just that they got so in because there's like a wide open way for people to get in. Once you do that work, if you still have this issue, thinking about this specific thing with these specific people, you know, definitely I can look at that too, but we need to get this stuff done first. So I hope that makes sense. Or repair first, then chakra repair. Then maybe a grounding exercise like tricolor soak. If you search Janet Wright tri-color soak. Tricolor soak. It's just a little 5-minute video, but it helps you, flush things out. It's very centering. Okay, so I hope that helps. Someone says, "Hi Janet, is there anything I should keep working on related to this theme? Thanks." Well, I mean, all of it, but yeah, if you want like the most relevant thing that you need to work more on, I think it's actually from the triplet set that we did, the September triplet set. I'll link these below later in case people are watching much later and it's not easy to find on my channel. But the inner wounds, healing inner wounds, that could definitely help you. You can think of it like, okay, well, this person in my life, oh, now I'm thinking about my hair. That's the problem with me having my hair down and staring into an image of myself. It's distracting. But anyway, you can think, well, okay, my father affects me too much, or, this issue affects, well, this person. Think of a person you have boundary issues with, and then that could motivate you to heal the inner wounds, because people can cord your inner wounds, and then you're much more bothered by them. Not like they're trying to consciously, but it's just easy for people to do, to cord your inner wounds, even if they mean well. So like if you feel like your mom's under your skin too much, even though she's a sweetie, then you would heal the inner wounds that your mom finds so easy to cord so that they don't exist anymore in your space. So yeah, heal inner wounds, and you don't have to know where they are. You can just heal the inner wounds that your mom cords all the time or that, person XYZ cords all the time. But that's probably the most important thing. But then you could just do anything from today would be nice. Clearing the dumping grounds would be fun. Yeah, so that helps. Someone says, "Hi Janet, could you please tell me how my granddaughter is doing with her boundaries and if there's anything I can do to assist her? Thank you." Well, for context for others, this is a person who is an advanced healer of themselves as well as of others. you know, I do all levels teaching. So I teach pro level healing technique that is of use to individuals just learning to heal themselves, experienced individuals healing themselves, as well as professional people who heal other people for a living or just for a vocation. But yeah, I would say it's not so much of a boundary issues with other people that she's having. It's just inner blockages in, I would say, more the lower, mid to lower chakras, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you could unblock her chakra filaments between her physical body and astral body fourth chakras, astral body chakras at 4, 3, 2, 1. Also, her Kundalini chakra below the physical body first chakra, that seems to be really overworked and like spinning in overdrive. So I don't know if she's having sleep issues as well. Or like, you know, if a kid's having like a crying fit or something, that could, you know, if the Kundalini chakra is generating too much energy, they could kind of have little meltdowns. But yeah, help her Kundalini chakra to kind of relax and I think it has some damage, like a couple cracks in it. So you could just repair her Kundalini chakra, help it to relax just with gold light, and unblock all her chakra filaments, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just over like a period of like 3 or 4 days, just maybe 5 minutes of healing each day. Not too much, but yeah, her angels would be open to that. So I hope that helps. Okay. Someone says, "Hi, Janet. How are my boundaries during the day and in my sleep? As much as I meditate, I can't fix chronic insomnia. Thanks for the healing." Okay, you're welcome. And I'm assuming that caffeine is a non-issue. You do not drink anything caffeinated, which I think you don't, but okay, let's see. Yeah, your Kundalini chakra seems to get corded a lot in the front. It's not damaged, it's just blocked. I would say work the energy blocks in the front of your first chakra of your physical body specifically, and also the front of your Kundalini chakra, which is the chakra right below it. You know, you could do my Kundalini playlist, like just pick videos from there. I'll link that below later, but you probably can find it in my list of playlists on my channel, but I'll link it below too later. My Kundalini playlist is just a link of different healing, repair, unblocking type videos. But yeah, just you don't really have to use a video. You could just freestyle, but yeah, because your Kundalini chakra just doesn't calm down like it should. It should just turn off when you need to sleep so that there's no Kundalini energy coming up your spine, you know, keeping you alert. But I think even during the day, I think one of your sisters, not your parents, one of your sisters is courting that Kundalini chakra. And then just some friend too. Obviously, their intention is not to keep you awake, but yeah, people have boundaries just for different reasons. But yeah, it seems like a friend and a sister are courting your Kundalini chakra during the day and at night. So it just during the day, I don't think you're noticing it, you know, because you have to be awake anyway. So yeah, just try those videos to unblock, if you need a video, to unblock the front of your Kundalini chakra and the front of your first chakra. Just keep unblocking them, melt away cords, just so they can both just, you know, chill out, you can practice turning off your Kundalini chakra during the day just temporarily, so you're able to keep it off for like a half hour. Then you can turn it back on. But it seems like you know it's easier to kind of test it out when you're not supposed to sleep. you know, just so you get to work on it. All right, hope that helps. So this is, hi Janet. Yesterday in the morning, my husband was very intense during an argument, and I asked him to stop, but he didn't. I had to leave home instead. That happens a lot. What can I say or do? Well, I think, your angels do like your solution of just leaving the house at the time. It's, it certainly beats staying in an argument that won't stop. But, I mean, not that that's the best choice for everyone at every time, but it seems like it's working for you. I think on both sides for you guys, the sort of the temperature of your relationship and your communications has been off for a long time. Uh, it's like it's too okay to go off on your partner or to have them go off on you. Like it's sort of been normalized, this sort of raging at each other. And I think I see how you're posting his name. And I think you as a spirit are thinking about that, trying to take a step back and looking at, like, is this really what I want? Is this really good for me? This meaning the marriage, essentially. I think on the astral, you are actively working on it with your angels. So you're not stuck about it. You're really working different scenarios, different healing ways you can heal yourself to like fully consider all options from as wise a perspective as you can. I think what we did today towards the end of the healing, the Akashic record upload and download, I think you could redo that. Like, even if you did it every day for a week, it wouldn't be too much because you're not forcing an upload or a download. You're just allowing it to happen if it's ready. So I think like a week of that, at least. I mean, if you skip a couple days, it's not the end of the world. But because I think there's some way in which you are sort of coming full circle about this idea of, just venting your feelings at somebody and having that done to you. And it's not as okay as it used to be in your mind, like you're you're changing. And you're working on figuring it out with your angels. So healing work you could do to accelerate this process or make it a more pleasant, less jarring experience along the way. I think healing inner wounds that we did, at the end of the last triplet set. Although at the end of the last triplet set, we did it layer by layer, but you don't have to. You can just pick out inner wounds that my husband tends to cord during arguments, and heal those, bit by bit, to the extent that's, the amount of inner wounds that are healthy to heal today, that my husband tends to cord during our arguments. Whether you're at the moment, kind of the rager or he's the rager, he's the one expressing extreme anger. Either way, there are inner wounds involved in your space that you can heal, that would help, at least on your end, take the temperature down and make things less jarring and disturbing, so that you can, be as present as possible in order to make the best decisions for yourself and speed your healing and growth. So yeah, I would say heal inner wounds, and also the Akashic record stuff that we did today, which was a quick process, but towards the very end of the healing. And the non-resistance that we did today, after aura repair, we did non-resistance work. I think that could be especially nice too. So I hope that helps. Those things are very challenging. Oh, this other person is saying their sister-in-law and brother's names. Thank you. Yeah, there is some way in which your brother kind of has his face right up to your face. I don't know if he just doesn't realize, or maybe he's pleased with you, but for whatever reason he's right in your face. So once you get your aura repair and your chakra repair done, that comes first. But after that, if you still feel like he's up here, just say hi to him, with your mind. Just be present within your body though, and just let the voice of your mind, which is telepathy, travel to him. Don't jump in his head, but just be like, hey, we'll call him Billy Bob. Hey, Billy Bob, go talk to your angels. Your angels can heal you right now. They can help you have a better day. Just let your angels help you. And that way, if he's working with his angels, he's gonna not be right up here in your face. Your sister-in-law, you seem to have more boundary issues with her right in front here, but I think once you get your aura more repaired, that's going to be less the case. Also, once you do aura repair and chakra repair and that tricolor soak video a few times, it could also be nice for you if you want to do a video. If you search Janet Wright Repair 17 auras, because that'll walk you through repairing also the Wei Qi auras, which help with boundaries. So that's another way that your sister wouldn't be able to get so close in here, and your brother wouldn't be able to get so close in here if you repaired your Wei Qi auras as well. So that's I don't know how long that video is, but it's either 14 minutes or 24 minutes, something like that. But if you search Janet Wright Repair 17 auras, the number 17, you'll find it. Hope that helps. Okay, so this is, I keep daydreaming about love and music / career. I try bringing energy back and clearing beings blocks, but it's vivid. Is there something happening on an astral level, or angels are trying to prep me for? It's not your angels encouraging you to daydream. I would clear fear. First layer in the front, especially the left side of your front. Energy blocks in the front of your first layer on the left. Because it seems like, big changes or potential changes in life can trigger energy blocks, right? And it looks like you have some fear triggered, and you have some people courting energy blocks in your first layer of your aura. And I think people courting blocked energy of yours, it makes you kind of distracted, overwhelmed. So you float off and think, oh, Let me think about next year. Let me think about, you know. I mean, I think it's true that you could use some naps, you know, like napping might be extra nice for you these days. Little power naps or something. Um, like under an hour type naps, even daily. But I mean, if your schedule allows. But yeah, I think it's just you have some people courting energy blocks in your first layer. So if you work on clearing fear, if you search generate clear fear, there are some options if you need a walkthrough. Otherwise, you can just freestyle and do a gold sandstorm through your first layer of your aura and your first chakra. And gold sandstorm through your legs, especially your left leg. Because if you're in your legs more and you have more flow here in front of your first layer, I think then that sort of hazy daydream vibe goes away. So I hope that helps. All right, someone says, hi, Janet, can you remind me how not uploading Akashic Records is related to accumulating too much stuff and problems getting rid of it? Your angels totally made you ask that question. That's hilarious. Good job. You heard very accurately. Doing better, but still need help with my piles. Thank you. Okay, yes. Okay, so I like using the extreme example because that's more easy to see at first, you know. So the extreme example is a hoarder, someone who hoards possessions, right? So someone who, you know, hoarding can be so extreme that people have piles of things all over their home everywhere, like big piles that you can't even barely walk in a room without, you know, like you could be killed because piles could fall on top of you and then you can't get up, you know. So that's extreme, right? Obviously. So people can say, well, I'm not like that, you know. But maybe you have a bunch of clothes that you could have given away 7 years ago and they're still in your closet, you know, so that's like mini hoarding, you know. But yeah, so that is related to not, okay, the part of the reason why people hoard, what makes someone hoard, is that you're storing too much of your energy in the piles, in your physical belongings. So like for a hoarder, they have a story, a little image in their mind of something that happened when they got this piece of newspaper or when they wore this piece of clothing. And so they're not doing Akashic record uploads and like storing away their learning. They're storing their learning in the objects. So then they feel like, well, if I lose the objects, I'm going to lose my learning. I'm going to lose my life experience. It's like they feel like the objects are too, you know, it's like the object is like their left arm, but it's really a stack of newspapers, not their left arm, you know, but they're, so yeah, it has to do with storing your energy in your possessions. So the fix, has to do, I mean, part of it is just wash your energy out of your possessions, you know. So if there's a pile, I mean, it depends, you know. It can be something small, you know, like I have a pile on my desk that's not that big, and it's tax papers because I still have to do our taxes and I got an extension, so I still have some time, but not a lot of time. So that pile's still there because I have to do my taxes. And I could have just filed it away and not punished myself by having this silly pile on my desk for 4 months without working on it. But like part of me is like, well, maybe if I keep it there and I keep seeing it, I'll do it faster, which is silly. Of course I won't. You know, I just have this stupid pile on my desk, you know. So it could be like that kind of a head game you're playing with yourself that, you know, you have this energy that you think the pile is some kind of a reminder or an aid to you, or you just, you know, like sort of self-punishing because you haven't done the taxes yet or you haven't done this household project yet. So you feel like, you know, if you put stuff away, then you'll never do it, you know. So you could be playing some kind of an inefficient head game, like I'm doing with that little pile of tax folders on my desk, which is silly, you know. You know, it's like it would have been easy to predict. Of course, I'm going to do it just like the week before I have to, you know. So why would I keep it on my desk all summer long? why don't I just file it away? And then I'm going to remember like October, oh yeah, oops, got to do my taxes, you know? So there's this thing, it's sort of like, if I look at you and like your three biggest piles, you have a lot of sort of embarrassment and shame and guilt associated with those piles. And so and so it's like within you, you have these energy blocks, but you also have your shame and guilt energy in the piles themselves. So you don't even want to look at the piles or go near them or touch them because it's like you feel the energy blocks within you that relate to all that shame and guilt energy. So what you could do if you want is play some fun music, and then just your homework is just to touch the piles and wiggle your toes and remind yourself you haven't, it's like they haven't made you melt away. You're bigger than the piles. You're stronger than the piles. You're more important than the piles. There's nothing to be ashamed of. A pile is a pile is a pile. And just, like have your favorite song that you like and acknowledge the existence of the pile at the same time. So you're kind of clearing your shame and your guilt and all that. Because then you still might not do something, but you're closer to it. And then you look at, well, what are the pros and cons of, because there could be a part of you that justifies having the pile, like it's going to make you do something, which it really won't, but maybe that's what your reasoning is. So look at that, like how does is a part of you thinking that pile somehow, because I think sometimes people can get into this all or nothing, like I should be a better mother, or I should be a better person, or I should have better work-life balance. And so it's like they don't want to just get rid of that one pile. They want to completely change their whole life. But you're not going to change your whole life, completely today. You can do that one pile, but there could be a part of you that's just like lumping it all together. So, maybe just try to think about, what's the drama behind this, and just think of one pile at a time and try to diffuse the shame and the embarrassment, give yourself a heart chakra healing, have your music. So I hope that helps. Yeah, so your emotions, your emotional wellness about your piles is yeah, that there's some sadness because you really feel like you're better than you were, but you still get like you beat yourself up that you haven't changed in the ways that you want to change yet. Whereas you could just think, well, okay, but everyone's growing. Life is a journey, right? So why be sad that I'm not at point D yet if I'm at point B right now? I'll get there. It's a journey. But you tend to look ahead and be like, but I should be there already. And not really. I don't see that you're really behind. Being a mom is not an easy thing. Being a single mom is not an easy thing. Being your profession is challenging. Your angels don't seem to say that you're behind in any way. It's just you feel you're behind and you feel like, you're failing the exam of life, But your angels say you're getting a solid B+ in the exam of life. So try to, release your sadness and all that about it. You're not actually failing your exam. So I hope that helps. And you have made a lot of progress. Definitely. Okay. So someone says, hey, Janet, anything in particular I should work on for emotional wellness and boundaries? I feel like I've gotten better with this topic over the years. Yes, but still could use work. Thank you. Yes. You're in your first chakra most of the time now. So you're in all your chakras, which means that you're also in your second chakra. So that has made the biggest difference. It's just getting into your first chakra, because then now you're clearing the fear and the worries and the compulsiveness out, and so it's just making everything so much easier. Of course, getting into your second chakra really helped too, but getting into your first chakra has made you more skilled at your healing of yourself a lot. So your work has paid off. Anything specific for emotional wellness and boundaries? I think like another person earlier in the Q&A, the Akashic record stuff that we did today, you could keep redoing that. Because you can't do it too much, it just won't happen, you know, if you don't need to do it more. But I think because of the career and lifestyle shift that you've been trying to manifest for a while, um, the Akashic record, you know, upload, download kind of process that we did in today's healing um, would be nice. Also, that clearing dumping grounds in the aura that we did, that could be especially nice in the context of your mom. You know, look for the dumping grounds that your mom uses the most and clear those out one at a time. So from today's healing, specifically the Akasha record stuff at the end and the clearing dumping grounds in the aura part. Could be nice. All right. And for others watching much later, I will link today's healing down in the comment section. Later within a day. Okay. Someone says, I'm moving back with my dad at the end of this month. Yes. Is there anything I can do besides telepathing messages and sending flowers to ensure living with him goes smoothly? Also, thank you for doing these Q&As. Well, that's very kind of you. Yeah, like I said to probably two different people already, look for the healing inner wounds stuff that we did in the triplet set. You don't have to do it layer by layer. Look for the inner wounds that your dad specifically generally cords, like all the time and or when he's upset with you, and heal those inner wounds. So specifically heal the inner wounds that your dad cords, which, you know, will probably keep you busy because then once you heal like his top 10 inner wounds within you that he cords, then there'll probably be another 5 that he finds to cord that you can heal. So, but yeah, that would be nice. Heal inner wounds specifically that your dad cords. And that's from the triplet set in September. So the last group healing that we did, not today's, but the one before it. But in that one, we healed inner wounds layer by layer, but you could just pick out the ones that your dad cords. Just imagine those in front of you and do as much as you can today. Do as much as is good to do today. So you could, you know, at least do that like twice a week for a while. Other than that, your angels say you're pretty ready. There's a bit of a hierarchy, like sort of battle going on with you and your dad because you are pickier on an energy level now, you know, because you meditate and stuff, and so you don't want his home to be set at just any old vibration, but it's his home and you don't have equal status within the home. You know, like a husband and wife, they have equal status, and so they co-manage the energy of the home. It doesn't look like you guys have that type of agreement. I mean, obviously you don't want to be his wife, but you could still get like a co-managing agreement. I think, you know, he might actually agree to that. Like he initially is like, no, that's ridiculous. But then if you like ask him to ask his angels about it, because I think it would actually help his stress level a lot, because you're actually more skilled at, clearing out the energy of a home and all that. So if you got like co-managing rights, then you could just do a quick okay from him every time you heal the whole house, and it wouldn't be a thing, and it could help him a lot with a lot of his stress and burdens that he just sort of carries on his shoulders all the time. Um, Otherwise, you just have your angels heal the place. Like angels can you clean the place out, and they'll deal with the diplomatic permission stuff with your dad. But it would be nice if you got co-managing rights to the energy of the home. So you can work on discussing that with him on a telepathic level. If you have questions about that, you can post under any video at any time. But I think it makes sense to you. Okay, thank you for your question. Someone says, for the Q&A, always helpful. Oh, thank you for the Q&A, always helpful. You're welcome. As I have been working on emotional wellness, I think I have become less invasive and courting people less. Please let me know if that is true or if I am missing it. Yeah, well, good point, because, there are ways that people can be invasive and they have no idea they're doing it, even if, they're trying to just have their own energy for themselves. There could be subconscious accidental things. So it's good to look at. As you get more advanced, you can train yourself to look at this type of thing yourself. Like, what is a boundary issue that I'm having that I didn't realize I'm having? And then just imagine it and be like, oh, because that's sort of a more intermediate, advanced kind of reading yourself and your life kind of thing, that you want to know what you don't know, right? So these Q&As are nice like that, but it's, as you advance more, that's something that you can move into more of, is being your own detective and being like, what, when am I in somebody's space and I haven't realized it yet? And just look at the scenario. Okay, here I am. Here's the person's space I'm in. When is this? Oh, this is at work meetings. And this woman, she keeps going on, and I wish she would shut up. And sure enough, I cord the back of her throat chakra to try to get her to shut up. So, you can practice figuring this out for yourself as well. But I'm looking too, so hold on. I would say with your daughter, you cord her inner wounds, and you visit her dumping grounds in her aura. Like today we did clear dumping grounds. So you try not to leave stuff in her dumping grounds, but you do hang out in them and like try to give her little pep talks and stuff. So there's still something going on. I mean, it's not uncommon that people, especially moms, will cord inner wounds, but I guess, just imagine yourself, a blob for yourself, a blob for your daughter. Well, no, even not just your daughter, a blob for all her inner wounds that you're cording. So you see these blobs for her inner wounds, you see the cords going from you to those inner wounds, and just melt the cords. Like, don't touch her inner wounds, don't go anywhere near her space, but just with gold light, melt your cords that are going to her inner wounds. Because someone's a lot less likely to clear or heal if you're cording that stuff. It just makes it more irritating. So I hope that makes sense. So you're cording her inner wounds. You can practice just, and whenever I say something to a mom, I have to caution, like, okay, it's okay. You're human, it's okay. You want to improve. You're going to improve. Go, you, because mommy guilt can be so huge, and like crippling, so don't go there. Just, gold light to your heart chakra, yay, you, go, you can do it. Okay. But yeah, melt cords going to your daughter's inner wounds, probably once or twice a week, just to keep yourself on the straight and narrow there. Use the gold sun to pull your energy out of her space, your daughter's space. That could be nice. I think there are like half a dozen people professionally that you're doing similar things with. Some people work for you, some people are just sort of like distant colleagues. So you can just, do the same thing with work people. Like, here's you, here's all the baggage and or inner wounds that I'm cording for work people, and just don't go near them. Just melt away your cords going to their stuff. And then use the gold sun and call back your energy from those people and have your angels clean it off and then give it back to yourself. Yeah. Inner child healing could be nice too, to help sort of stabilize more and more parts of you inside, because people are invasive generally because they're uncomfortable. And so I think the inner child healing makes you more comfortable on those deeper levels. So there's a video, if you search Janet Wright, Heal Wounded Inner Child. The image for the video is like I'm holding up this piece of paper that says ABC, and it has arrows. So yeah, if you search Janet Wright, Heal Wounded Inner Child, that could be nice too. Just do some inner child healing, like, once a week. But yes, you are a lot less invasive than you used to be as a person, because you know how to stabilize yourself much more. You know how to be much more present. You know how to make yourself feel better by healing yourself. So yeah, I would say before maybe you were 60% invasive, and now you're 20% invasive. It's sort of like a general ballpark. So yeah, you made a lot of progress. Good job. Okay, so someone says, I can see and hear you. Thank you. Someone says, move. They're saying their name, and then they're saying, move for emotional well-being. I feel I need to move cities. Interesting. I'm just scanning down to see if that person gave any more details on anything else. No, I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, it's good that you put your first name and last initial. Thanks, that helps. So there's long term and short term. Okay. There's long term, and then there's medium term and short term, let's say. So I would say that your angels, they like the idea of you moving, but that's sort of a medium term goal. An immediate goal would not be moving. It would be like, I have a video, if you search Janet Wright end negative patterns or negative repeating patterns, something like that. It has this image of an arrow that like goes round and round and round in a circle. So it's like Janet Wright, clear negative repeating patterns, something like that in the title. But I think they're also, your spiritual path tends to get very owned. Like, your spiritual path is just for you. Okay, you can imagine it like a road that's just yours. But people can dump energy on it. They can kind of jump on it and reset the tone of it, which they're not supposed to, but it's your job to keep it all clear. So I do different videos where we clear your spiritual path. There's one, if you search Janet Wright, Clear Punishment Own Path, Janet Wright, clear punishment own path. And the image has like a road on it, a colorful road. So I think those two videos could kind of get you started in the way that your angels want. Because it's kind of like there's some stuff that you think the move will fix that it won't fix. And so your angels want you to work on that stuff first, because then you'll be moving from more of a place of empowerment and less of like, let me get out of here, kind of like I'm triggered and fleeing the scene, and then there's another video. If you search Janet Wright, generate more energy for your day. Janet Wright, generate more energy for your day. It's a shorter video, maybe 24 minutes long-ish, I think. But it deals with a lot, like chakras, your creative rings above, and also manifestation wings behind you, which are a part of your astral body. And so it's sort of like personal power type stuff, like turning on things that help you generate more energy. So yeah, it's not that your angels they're in favor of you moving. But it's like future intuition that you're having. And the present work is more like empowerment, unblocking, like getting strong, it's like you're kind of like a soda can that got crushed. And so the idea is to uncrush and then move. And sort of celebrate your victory. But you don't have to move to uncrush, and your move, it looks like it would be different in nature if you uncrushed mostly before you move, which is very doable just with spiritual stuff. Because they don't want you to keep the same inner weaknesses that maintain the crushedness and take those to the new city. Because the new city doesn't fix everything, So hope that helps. But your angels like sort of a 3-year, 4-year, 5-year goal, something like that, potentially. But once you uncrush, that could change your perspective a lot too. So they're just saying, like, write it in pencil. If that's something you feel strongly about, write it down, that you want to move and all that. But just allow yourself to evolve and your strength to, allow yourself to uncrush in the short term, like in the next couple weeks, with videos, that kind of thing. So I hope that helps. And as you do these videos, if you have questions, you can post them under the video. Okay, someone says, hello, my question about self-healing these days is that it seems like there are so many things I should be, and I just start feeling a little overwhelmed about it all. Should be clearing and working on. Sorry, problems with my keyboard. Thank you. Well, half of it could be that, I'm your teacher and I'm always teaching new things. And so sometimes that can be, I am a teacher of yours. And sometimes people have trouble with that, I'm like super geek teacher, so I'm always teaching like 5 new techniques every day. You can pick and choose, it can be more like a buffet table as opposed to like an absolute assignment, and sometimes you're not hungry, and sometimes you just learn one technique and that's okay, So you could kind of be mindful of that, that maybe, you don't want what I'm teaching. I mean, what I'm teaching ideally should be inspiring or could be inspiring, but watch that you're not taking it as some kind of an obligation that you have to learn it all at the time that I'm teaching it. Sometimes some things will be what you need, and sometimes, you need to do something else. Like yesterday and the day before, I called it gardening porn, like pornography, but obviously it wasn't. It was like looking up plants, different garden plants, and like how tall they grow and how wide they grow and what soil conditions and humidity they need and like all this different stuff, because there was this native plant sale coming up and I had to research like all these native plants that they were gonna be selling because I didn't know any of them, and so I called it plant porn. You have to do my plant porn watching, and so I was doing all this research on all these plants, and I could have been meditating at that time, but I wanted to do this for hours and hours. So so maybe that's part of it. You just have to do what you want to do when you want to do it. I think the idea is, are you present enough to enjoy your day? That's obviously maybe a minimum you want to set for yourself. If you're just making your life more difficult, like you could make yourself meditate for 20 minutes and your day's going to be 20 times better, then yeah, okay, then maybe you should. But if you already feel pretty decent and you want to watch plant porn all day, then sort of victimless crying. I mean, if I look at what your angels are saying, in addition to all that, sometimes when you have certain energy blocks triggered that are so unpleasant, it can make you avoidant. So you can kind of zero in, like, okay, here are my top 10 energy blocks that are making me avoidant because they're so annoying and everyone I know is courting them. And so it's like kind of making me just not want to think about myself and not be that present, right? And just blow them up, melt the cores, blow them up. So there can be energy blocks that make you feel avoidant. And obviously that's not good, So I think that's the other half of it, is just blow up energy blocks making you feel avoidant and melt the cords and just, yeah. So I hope that helps. All right. Someone says, thank you so much. Oh yeah, you're welcome. Totally welcome. Yeah, I do these Q&As twice a month after each of the Sunday healings, because I do 5 big group healings every month. One is a set of 3 healings that people buy as a set, and then one is a set of 2 healings that people can buy as a set. But then, each of those sets have a Sunday healing, and I'm doing the Q&A after the Sunday healing of, so it's twice a month. And, anyone can ask me a question, 1 question per person in the Q&A. And also you can comment under any video at any time. And I try to keep somewhat up to date on those, replying to those comments too. So you can say, like I said to you, once you repair your aura enough and your chakras enough, then you can say, can you please double check my work with chakra repair and aura repair and Wei Qi aura repair. Okay. So someone says, hi, Janet, I couldn't focus on the healing at all today. I'm really anxious and unsettled. The only thing that calms is the thought of moving to the UK. Yeah, I would say for you the same thing that the part 2 of a recent comment I read for somebody else was that melt the energy blocks that are making you feel avoidant. Because your angels write avoidant in big letters for that urge to move, to another continent. Not that moving to a different continent is always a bad idea at all. It's just that right now I think you just have some energy blocks really, really triggered that are making you avoidant in a whole new level where you want to ditch the continent. So yeah, your angels, they kind of do an eye roll about the whole moving to UK thing. They're like, focus, clear your energy blocks, you'll feel better. Anxious and unsettled. Interesting. Oh. Oh, that's so great. This is a good example of sometimes when the healing is so relevant for you, you kind of lose your mind. Not you personally, but in general. Like, so if you're really losing your mind, like, look at the techniques done in that day's healing, because it could be that that's like the most relevant healing for you. So specifically, the part that I think is freaking you out a ton is, which I think you'll actually really enjoy once you just like settle down and do the technique. Once the timestamps are there, you could do it more easily within a day. But it's called clear dumping grounds in your aura. Okay, and I was maybe halfway through the healing. Yeah, clear dumping grounds in your aura, and it's especially relevant because of your dear mother, who is one of the biggest dumpers that you've been around in several lifetimes. So the clearing dumping grounds in your aura is a big game changer for you as far as like boundaries with your mother. Um, Other people too, but definitely your mom more than anybody. And then that sort of helps you in general, as far as personal transformation. So yeah, today's healing was too relevant for you. It's just too big of a deal. But yeah, you'll be okay. Just maybe just nap and sleep and do it tomorrow. Watch some Netflix. Just don't try to steer yourself away from self-destructive behaviors. But if you just want to watch funny shows all day, you know, it's a victimless crime. um, but yeah, your angels don't really want you to dash to the airport today. um, so hope that helps. Do clear dumping grounds in your aura sometime tomorrow if you want, or not. Um, yeah. Someone says, right at the end of the healing, my husband had an emotional freak out about money. Advice on how to handle. Hmm. You say it like he got the healing, but he didn't. Like you didn't get the healing either. Oh, you did. Oh, okay, you both did. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Yeah, I thought because you. Okay, never mind. I got it. All right, so let's see. Yeah, it had to do with clearing dumping grounds. Um, you cleared him out of your dumping grounds, and that triggered some of his dumping grounds. Like there was this ripple effect where then he got more in his space and he wanted to clear some extra dumping grounds and he started to, but then he lost his grounding and just freaked. So I just said hi to him and let him know he could work with his angels. His angels can help him, and he seems to be calmer now. And I said I just let him know to have his angels help him with his grounding. Um, so yeah, you might have to remind him. Well, you don't have to, but you could remind him about his grounding and working with his angels just in the next. I think I think both his parents were big dumpers. So this whole clearing dumping grounds is like a really, really significant topic for him. Significant topic for you because he's a bit of a dumper too. The apple didn't fall far from the tree there, but he was raised by two big dumpers, so it's a really big topic for him. So I'm glad you mentioned it. Hey, that's cool. Yeah, he's like, I'm okay, sorry, I'm fine, everything's fine here, no problem. So I hope that helps. So grounding and working with angels. Someone says, "Hi Janet, my mother-in-law just finished her stay with us. I feel like there are boundary issues and I am wondering what I can do to fix it." You got the healing. I mean, there's a person with that similar name that got the healing, so I'm hoping that's you. Um, so two things. She's in your space, but less so because I think you just got this healing. But she's also reset the energy of your home. Like when someone's a guest, a temporary guest, they don't typically there's like a guest, as a guest you're welcome to stay, but you don't own the place, and so you typically are not given permission to regulate the energy of the home, to reground the home, etc. You may have a room where you're staying and you can do whatever, reground that room or set your tone in that room where your stuff is, but sometimes, when parents come and stay, they forget that they're not, every time in the past that they were around you, their son was around them in their house. So they were in charge of the home. So now that they're around their son again and you, they forget and kind of get triggered and they try to control the whole house. So she's still regulating the energy of the home itself. So you can just, um, I don't think you need to talk to your husband about it, because I think you would have had to sort of back up to allow that to occur. So you can just say, "Angels, help me to to reset things, reset our home, and change the permissions again, so that it's just me and my husband that manage the energy of our home, and help me to clear my mother-in-law's energy out of the home and out of my personal space." She did the classic sort of mom thing of like putting her energy in like the hall closets and the linen closets and the laundry room and the kitchen cabinets and the refrigerator, and it's I mean, even if it was her house, that would be really imbalanced to put her personal energy in all those places, but that's what she did to your home. So there's that. So yeah, it's totally fixable though. It's just kind of funny. I mean, it's funny when it doesn't happen to you. So yeah, so ask your angels to help to redo the energy management permissions in your home, so it's just you and your husband again, and then it should be easier to wash her out of your space, because I think it's just really unnerving that she's setting the energy of your house or apartment or condo or whatever it is. Okay, so somebody says their name and they say, "I feel very hungry. I felt very hungry during the healing and had pain in my stomach towards the end. I have been following your videos to open my grounding and work on my chakras and aura." And for context, I did not heal you. You've been healing yourself with the videos, and so you healed yourself as you watched the healing today. Yes. Um, Hungry during the healing, part of that is when you get more into your body, it can, you can realize things like hunger much more readily. So likewise, some people that forget they're hungry, they may not be as present as they could be. Some people, and other people that do more comfort eating and anxiety eating, they think that's like crazy. They can't even imagine it. But some people, they'll literally forget to eat. Because they get so engaged in their tasks that they're doing. But they're a little bit probably in front of their body. They could be more in their body, and then they would have more of a healthy sense of like, wow, I'm really hungry right now. So I don't think that part's a problem, but then you said you have pain in your stomach towards the end. That's more of a big deal. Um, Yeah, I would say Wei Chi aura healing would be good. You did good on your aura repair, regular aura repair. Your regular auras are nice and fully repaired now. Your chakras, yeah, they're all repaired, so that's nice. Your grounding is nice and flowing, even in the back, so that's great too. Great job. Um, Yeah, I would say now you just have more of a blockage issue in chakras 2 and 1, but you have pretty decent flow in chakras 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3 now. So just 2 and 1. So the stomach pain is not really because of energy blockages in chakra number 2. It's more of a Wei Qi issue. You have extra auras, 15 extra auras, and a bunch of those are very ripped up and damaged in the front. And so as you get more present in your body, you're feeling the energy blockages and vulnerability that you have because your Wei Qi auras are too ripped up in the front. Like probably half, like 7 out of 15 of your Wei Qi auras have significant rips, like right in this front area. So if you do Wei Qi aura repair, we did it in today's healing. We did first the aura repair of the regular healing, regular auras, 2 regular auras, and then we did the 15 Wei Qi auras. So you could just redo that part if you want. Just keep redoing Wei Qi aura healing, or yeah. But yeah, so Wei Qi aura healing, and if you do like sticky gold wax to get rid of the hard objects in the rips in your Wei Qi auras, just to the extent that's healthy and gentle. Do bit by bit. What should I do today? What's good to do now? Get rid of the rips, the hard objects in the rips of your Wei Qi auras with sticky gold wax, or surrounding them in gold light and just lifting them out, giving them to your angels. So Wei Qi aura repair, especially in the front, would be nice. But also you could just do regular chakra unblocking for your lower 2 chakras and aura unblocking for your inner 2 layers. There is a video just on that. If you search Janet Wright, get present 2-1, the number 2 space, the number 1, because the video title is get present in 2nd and 1st chakras. But if you just search Janet Wright, get present 2-1, it'll come up. And that could be a nice one to do now, because you have pretty decent flow in the upper chakras now. So that video would be efficient thing to do next. So good for you. Good for you. Your determination is paying off. Someone says, hello, Janet. Any advice on how to maintain boundaries with my mother? She keeps mentioning marriage every time she sees me. For context, I'm single, and it has started to trigger me, get on my nerves. Yeah, she's courting inner wounds of yours when she mentions it. So there's a couple of things that you can do. I mean, your angels love that you are not buckling to anybody's pressure, cultural, societal, maternal, anything. They're very, very proud of you. And they're like, you should be proud that, someone's badgering about something like that is not making you not allowing you to sacrifice your own self-awareness of your own desires, your own needs, your own ideas, your own goals. So they think you're actually on track with that. It's just that, yeah, there is a special level of invasiveness. When she says that stuff, it triggers things, and then she's courting those things that get triggered when she says it. So you can, like do your regular meditation so you're really present, and then just be like, okay, what triggers every time my mother says, why aren't you married? You should get married, and then just heal all that. Some of it's energy blocks, some of it's inner wounds. And she just kind of triggers it and then dives in, and then it's like, So you want to get it to the point where there's nothing that triggers when she says that, and you can just, then you just imagine like gold confetti, and like a tricolor soak every time that she says it, so it's just like this sort of gift from your angels. Every time she says it, your angels shower you with gold confetti, and you go, "Yay, I'm strong." Like quietly, but so you can get it to the point where every time she says it, you have an inner party, you know. But for now, yeah, look at the wounds and baggage that triggers every time she says it, and heal those. Essentially, I mean, if you really want to look at it in a positive way, she's giving you a gift. She's forcing you to clear your baggage about being single at your age, in your culture, yada yada yada. She's making it necessary for you to clear and heal at a level that you might not have otherwise. So thanks, Mom. I mean, then when you're done with all that, when you get progress on that, like maybe a week from now, when you've been working on that for a while, you could look at where's her head at, like what's going on with her. I think what's happening is she's seeing a level of personal power that you're manifesting that she did not manifest. And it's waking up in her some sadness, like that she missed out on opportunities and levels of self-awareness. If she could have gotten married later in life than she did. And so I think seeing you so present and powerful on a spirit level and single, in full control of your choices and decisions, it makes her sad and it makes her angry. Not at you, but at herself and at the people that raised her, and at, cultural forces and stuff. So she's having trouble dealing with all that's triggered when she's aware of your empowerment. So you can let her know that her angels can help her with that. There are special classes she can take in her sleep so that she can get help. That it's not her fault. She has nothing to be ashamed of. She is strong as well, and she's made great strides in the last year, certainly, as far as transformation. And but it seems like she's kind of hit some baggage that she's having trouble clearing, and so you could just kind of keep an eye on her. Is she getting classes about that in her sleep? Because then ultimately she'll bother you less too. So it's a win-win. Because ultimately you're a bit of a rule breaker. Like it's part of your nature to see rules that are presented to you in various lifetimes that you feel like are disempowering and just opt out of them. And that's just something that you enjoy doing. Like some people, generally younger souls, are very much rule followers, but you particularly enjoy just opting out of of stereotypical sort of disempowering things. You for many lives now have just sort of been like, yeah, I don't think so. you know so she picked you as a child, in part because of that. She picked you as a rule breaker child. And so, because she needed this learning experience to be around you as you break rules in your own life. So your freedom disturbs her, but she can get through it. She's supposed to get through it. That's the whole point of her having you as a daughter. I mean, not the only point, but that's one of the points why she chose you, is so that she can get over this and heal in deeper ways that she wouldn't have otherwise, without being so up close and personal when you're being more empowered than she was able to be. So I hope that makes sense. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, just heal your inner wounds and your baggage that gets triggered every time she says that, and just keep doing that over time. and then, you know, you can help encourage her to get astral classes so that she's more and more and more comfortable with your empowerment. Okay, thanks for your question. Someone says, "Hi Janet, what mark am I getting?" Yeah, which is a reference to this other person that I said their angels are giving them a B plus because they always think that they're failing at life when they're totally not. What mark are you getting? Yeah, your angels, they don't want to play that game. They just want me to give you like feedback on your energy system, if you don't mind. So aura repair in the back of your aura. So I don't know if you've ever done aura repair before. It looks like no. So a nice video to learn that with would be if you search Janet Wright Gold Buffer Zones. It's an 18-minute video, but especially in the back. So like here and here, it's just all like ripped up, and then it's kind of like bruised. You have a lot of aura bruising. So rather than like big flowing red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple aura layers, you have that in some places, but other places is like a lot of sort of heavy stuck energy. Because if it's so ripped, then a lot of energy leaks out. So then it can't be like a nice dishwashing machine scrubbing out blocked energy. So it just sort of stays blocked. So aura repair. With that video, if you search Janet Wright Gold Buffer Zones, you'll find it. You do not have chakra damage, so that's nice. Once you do the aura repair, like right now you're present in physical body chakra 765. Once you do the aura repair, you'll probably be in 76543. So then you could just do that video that I mentioned already. If you search Janet Wright Get Present 2-1, which is the title is Janet Wright, is Get Present in Chakras 2 and 1. That could be nice to do, but definitely do work aura repair a couple times first. And it's so extensive. You could ask me to double check your work if you want, after you've done it for a few times over a few days, maybe. That video too would be nice. If you search Janet Wright Aura Repair 17 Auras, or Repair 17 Auras, Janet Wright Repair 17 Auras, the number 17, because that'll help you repair your Wei Qi auras as well, these extra auras that help with strong boundaries. So then hopefully you can get rid of some of that real heavy stuff that you've been carrying around. But yeah, so then after you do that for a few days, regular aura repair with that gold buffer zone video, and then the Wei Qi aura repair with that extra video, Janet Wright Repair 17 Auras, then you could ask me to check your work. Say, Janet Wright, hi Janet, please double check my aura repair of regular and Wei Qi auras. And I'd be happy to double check. And you can say, can you look for aura bruising? See if I cleared all the aura bruising as well. And I'll double check all that. Right, hope that helps. So if you do all that, your angels would give you an A++++++. All right, someone says, thanks so much, Janet. I needed that pep talk. Oh, good. Also, I needed the reminder that I need to do my taxes too. LOL. Yep. Yeah, those of us that got an extension, we have until October 15th or whatever weekday that is near then. Let's see, we have until, October 15th, Friday, October 15th. You can do it. All right. Someone says, is there anything I need to work on majorly with boundaries? Thanks. You're welcome. I'll look to see if that person posted their first name, last initial anywhere, but I don't think so. Which is fine. I can still read this way. It's just slightly easier if I see first name, last initial, but that's okay. Yeah, so you need aura repair is the first thing. So sorry, it's not really a boundaries thing exactly. I mean, it kind of is, but you have a lot of aura damage in the top of your aura. That person who said, is there anything I need to work on majorly with boundaries? Thanks. So aura repair, learn. I would say if you want my advice, start with aura repair. I think that's going to help a lot. You could feel a lot less overwhelmed. Um, yeah, it's basically up here where the aura damage is. It's kind of focused on there. I think you had someone in your life that used to just throw energy from above, which is why you have all this ripped up here. So anyway, anything you need to work on beyond that, because that'll help a lot. Yeah, you also have chakra damage, I think, from that person that used to keep throwing energy from up top. So once you do aura repair for a bit, like a few times over a few days, then do chakra repair. I mean, you can do both on each day, but I'm just saying it'll take a couple tries to really get it all over a couple days, because then you can sleep on it and try again. So yeah, aura repair and chakra repair, and that's going to help just everything better. That's going to help a lot. And then you could post another question after that. Well, of course, post a question if you want to ask me to check your work. Just say, hi, you said I needed aura repair and chakra repair. I've been working on it for a few days. Can you look? Check my work. But ideally, put your first name and last initial in the question. You don't have to if that feels weird to you, but it makes it a little easier for me to read you. But yeah, aura repair through that video, Janet Wright Gold Buffer Zones. And then chakra repair, you search Janet Wright chakra repair major minor. It's an 11-minute video. Janet Wright chakra repair major minor. I link those videos under every single live stream that I do within a day. So like if you look at a live stream video that I did a couple weeks ago, look in the healing summary in the comment section. In the comment section, there'll be a healing summary, and below the healing summary is optional video links. There'll be that gold buffer zone video. There'll be the chakra repair video, or you could just look them up yourself on YouTube. Janet Wright chakra repair, Janet Wright gold buffer zones. Okay, hope that helps. Someone says, hey, Janet, thanks for today. It was great. I have recurring depressing songs in my head. I've tried blanket technique and chunk and bubble. What else might help with it? Makes me want to tell stories. I have two stories about that one. I used to work back when I had like mainstream jobs when I was very young, much younger than I am now. I worked next to this woman for maybe less than a year, but anyway, she liked these songs that it just wasn't my thing, like the Bee Gees and Billy Joel. And it wasn't like in the 70s at the time, it was just, she liked those songs, even though it was, whatever, 20, whatever year it was. And one time at work, I was like, I keep hearing this Billy Joel song, my gosh. And she's like, oh my God, which song? And I said some of the lyrics, and she's like, that's my favorite song. I'm thinking about it right now. So she was like, broadcast telepathing it out, and she didn't know. She thought she was just singing it to herself, but there's a way where you have telepathy where you just sing it to yourself, but there's a way where you sing it out to, other people that are listening. And so I think that's what you're doing. You have someone in your life who is listening or thinking of those songs, and so it would be potentially kind of amusing for you to be like, okay, fine. So I'm going to have a game, and I'm going to see who in my life is singing these depressing songs, broadcast telepathing them. And because it looks like that's what it is. It's just somebody singing them. It could be a neighbor who you don't even know very well. It could be, someone you work with. It could be a family member. If you know them well enough, then you can even ask them, by the way, do you this song? Do you like that song? But if you don't know them well, then that's probably not appropriate, But yeah, broadcast telepathy. It's just a sound that is traveling towards you. They're not in your space. They're just sending out that sound, and you can hear it. You could ask your angels to make like a gold soundproof wall in between you and that person. You could also say hi to them on a spirit level. You don't even have to know who it is. Just imagine a blob for the, center yourself, and then imagine a blob for the person who keeps singing these depressing songs, like broadcast telepathing them. And just say hi to them and show them their angels, and just say your angels can help you to, heal your mind and help you have more peace of mind. Because in the process, then they'll stop broadcast telepathing. By accident. So I hope that helps. Another time I had this, I've already told this story at some point, but I had this client who, he liked Madonna Like a Virgin, that song, and he kept singing it, and I kept hearing it like out of nowhere. And I did that. I like looked, I'm like, all right, I'm psychic, I should be able to read this. And I read who it was, who was doing it. I called him, I left a voicemail. I was like, do you like this song? He's like, oh my God, I love that song. I listen to it. I used to sing it to myself all the time. I'm like, oh, yeah, I get it. So, yeah. But worst case, if you don't know them and you've suggested that they work with their angels, but you still hear the song, I'll just have your angels build a soundproof cold wall for you. All right, I hope that helps. Someone that I read earlier about, should I move? And your angels said yes, just not immediately. You said, I'm born in a city and need to move to a smaller town. Yes, true. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah. So it's not like angels are, anti-move for you personally. It's just there's other transformational steps that ideally would come before it. Like it's sort of a 10-step process, and step 10 is moving, but step 1 and 2 and 3, have more to do with inner restoring and healing and transforming kind of stuff. So good. Glad it makes sense. Yeah, when I moved out here, we live in Washington State now, in Olympia, Washington, and in the northwest part of the country. And I used to live in Chicago, so a lot of the earlier videos that I have on YouTube, the earliest ones, I'm in Chicago. And I was fine living in Chicago. I didn't mind it at all for the longest time. And then at some point I just felt like, yeah, I think we should move, but that began a whole process. It took quite a while. In my case, there was just a lot of things that had to clear and heal and be manifested, so it actually took 10 years from when I first started thinking about it to when we actually, loaded up all our animals in the van and made the trek out here. Not that it would take you 10 years at all, but it just a personal story. But when I moved, I mean, part of the idea with the move for me was less people, more trees. I wanted to be around less people and around more trees, for me personally. So I don't know why the angels wanted me to tell that story, but yeah. But it's not like it was driving me crazy to live in Chicago. It forces you to work boundaries a lot when you live in a big city. Boundaries, non-resistance, grounding, indie grounding. You can look up indie grounding. We did that in today's healing. We do that in a lot of the big healings. Indie ground. We do grounding first, and then we do indie grounding, and that's especially, I think, beneficial if you live in a big city, so that you're not accidentally, hooking up your grounding to other people and matching their dramas. Okay, hope that helps. Someone says, thanks, helpful feedback. I didn't go to guilt. Oh, good. I must be growing. Thanks for the update on progress. Part of it, too, I had to bring up mommy guilt because other mothers listening go into guilt. Like, oh, I'm doing that, too. I know I am. I'm doing that to my daughter. So I always have to make the mommy guilt speech. I don't have to, but someone says yes. Okay. Hi, can I ask a question here? Yes, as long as you ask it before I'm done. Yes, anyone can ask a question. One question per person ideally about emotional wellness and boundaries, but it could be just about you know, if I have a healing suggestion for you, like a video of mine that you should do, that kind of thing. If you're a newbie, you know, because I have so many videos, I understand that it's hard to know where to start. So yes, the person that said, hi, can I ask questions here? The answer is yes. You can also ask questions under any video at any time. Just post a question and I'll get to it when I can. So this is, hi Janet, what can I do to separate myself from my mother energetically? I do a lot of inner child work, but still feel there are cords attached. Can you please check on where they are? Thank you. Well, I don't have your last initial, I don't have your mom's name, but I'll do my best. Yeah, I like to call it backseat driving. You know, like a backseat driver is someone who's, you know, like literally is someone who sits in the back of your car and tells you where you should be driving, right? So she does that in your aura. She'll be like in the back of your third layer here or here and just like, oh, you should do this. Oh, you should do this. Oh, stop doing that. Oh, you know what? This is, you know, you should remember what's important in life and blah, 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 blah. So she's sort of that classic backseat driver. So I would say focus more on the back of your aura, the whole back of your aura, because she's good at jumping in and out. You know, like if you get some flow here, she'll jump here. If you get some flow here, she'll jump here. You know, so you got to do the whole back of your aura, like melt away energy blocks in the back of all your chakras, all your major chakras along your spine, in the back of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just imagine all of them round openings and just unblock those round openings as much as you can to get as much flow back here as you can, and just keep, you know, unblocking, just gold light, you know, own the whole back of your aura. Wash everybody out. Wash any energy blocks out, because the energy blocks are like big comfy couches just waiting for your mom to sit there, right? So you got to melt away your energy blocks. So it's not exactly about your mom. She's just pointing out that it's really easy to get in your space. And she's good at it, you know, but so you just need to melt away the energy blocks and get really good flow back here. There's also a video, I mentioned it earlier, if you search Janet Wright, generate more energy for your day, that works 3 different things, like chakra unblocking, creative ring unblocking, and also manifestation wings. So it's sort of like a personal power kind of little workout. And so I think that'll help too, so that you're kind of more present and feeling stronger. Because I think when your mom gets in your space, you just kind of get overwhelmed and pop out. So it's like she gets in the backseat of your car and then you just get out of the car. It just isn't supposed to happen. I mean, it does, but you know what I mean? Like you're supposed to kick her out of the car and stay in your car. So yeah, so heal the back of your aura, unblock the back of your chakras, and also that video, Janet Wright, generate more energy for your day. So yeah, it's just the whole back of your aura. Someone can cord energy blocks as well as blocks in your chakra. They can cord blocks in your aura layers. So that may be part of why you're getting confused. You're looking for cords going into your chakras only, but they can cord any stuck energy anywhere. So yeah, just work flow in the back of your chakras, in the back of your aura, and then that video, generate more energy for your day. Okay, someone says, oh, that makes sense and is helpful. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm glad. Someone says, Janet, we would like to know how to create more wonder, excitement, and to take action without feeling guilt for moving forward, ahead, and leaving others behind. Thanks. It seems like you're having some boundary issues with your mom when you're feeling that guilt. That whole leaving her behind thing. she's working that whole classic, like, oh, when we get old, you're in charge of our well-being now, and you can't. She's sort of pulling your heartstrings, like your life should revolve around her needs now, because she let her life revolve around you, so now it's your turn. Blah blah blah. I was a martyr for you, so now you should be a martyr for me, basically. Um, there's a part of her that doesn't believe any of that and is actually proud of you and wants you to be very strong and very independent. But there's another part of her that's like, wah, wah, make it about me. So, yeah, when you're feeling guilt, just know that your mom's courting you. And just do like maybe gold sandstorm, spinning bits of gold light and just all through your aura, especially in the back and the back of your fourth chakra. In the back there, the back of your fourth layer, the back of your fourth chakra. Yeah. So, wonder, excitement. Yeah, wonder. I don't think you need wonder so much. It's more of like determination, like assertiveness, self-assertiveness. There is a flower healing. If you search Janet Wright self-assertiveness and Janet Wright empowerment, there's probably at least 2 good videos on that stuff. Probably a clearing video and a flower healing video. Janet Wright self-assertiveness, Janet Wright empowerment. Yeah. So it's more of a strong energy at this point that helps you to maintain your flow and your identity and your goals. Wonder is sort of like, oh, that bird is beautiful, but that's not really a good antidote to what the games your mom is playing right now. So I hope that helps. All right. Someone says, thank you, Janet. You're welcome. That person's asking a double question. Would like to know what my Wei Qi aura looks like and what needs further attention. Thanks for today's healing. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's so much a Wei Qi. Even just in your regular auras, she just hangs out in the back and like whines about, So yeah, I already answered the question. Hope it helps. I should wrap up soon. So I'm just going to read the ones that I see now. Someone says, lots of people are stressed at my job and they're used to dumping on each other. I have been working my own energy to be present, but I often find they've dumped on me. Am I allowing that? Any advice? Yeah, do the clear dumping grounds in the aura. We specifically did that today in today's healing. So you could wait, until the timestamp link is there. But yeah, clear dumping grounds in aura. I mean, people will dump. It's not like you can cure everybody from the desire to dump on others. But if you regularly worked on all your dumping grounds, then it just wouldn't bother you. Like probably you'd absorb like 10% of what they're dumping as opposed to like 80% of what they're dumping. And then that 10% would be really easy to clear. So yeah, work on, it's called Clear Dumping Grounds in Aura. That's what it'll be called in the healing summary when I create it within a day. In today's healing. Yeah, it would be exactly a good thing. And just keep working it over time. Like you could work it for 3 months. 3 weeks, and it wouldn't be wasted time. Just, like a couple times a week. Just clear more dumping grounds in your aura. All right. But you are getting more present with it. You're sort of clearing your expectations that you have to be around perfect people. Because your aura is nicer now than it used to be. So you're like, you guys, just get over yourselves. You're messing up my aura. You're much less like that now. You're much more like, all right, whatever. If someone wants to live a shit show, it's not my problem, So you're much more able to sort of separate mentally from it. So good for you. It's a good turning point. Um, Someone says, yes, no worries. Okay, thank you. So you're, I guess, saying thank you to what I told you, which I forgot already what I told you, but hopefully it made sense. And you're welcome, very welcome. Someone says, makes sense. Thank you, Mom, and thank you so much, Janet. Yes, thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom, for showing me where I'm stuck and I need to heal and clear more. You're awesome. Someone says, thanks, you're welcome, very welcome. Someone says, wow, that's awesome, thank you, you're welcome. Someone says, thanks, Janet. Can you explain more on how I need this healing so badly it's making me lose my mind and how that's causing me to not be able to focus on you? Much appreciation. Yeah, it's like, say you had 20 refrigerators of baggage, right? A certain flavor of baggage, right? And the healing was about that, right? And that about that very flavor of refrigerator of baggage, which you have 20 of, right? So if you go into resistance about it, then you're resisting all of a sudden 20 refrigerators worth of baggage. And it won't clear because you're resisting it, and resisting is like inner glue. And so it's just, there's too much triggered. And so I think the healing helped you. I just think that more got triggered than you cleared because so much this issue is so key for you. And I think sometimes in these healings, and you've had this before, and we've talked about this before in Q&A, is that if a healing is super relevant for you, sometimes you just go into resistance and you kind of like, no, mama, I hate you and I hate this, So you're having one of those moments where you temporarily hate me, you hate energy clearing, you hate everything. I mean, maybe not hate, but you know what I mean? So just maybe you could imagine that part of you that's really freaking and resisting and just give her little healings, Just imagine the part of you that's most freaking out going, I hate all of this sucks. And just give her a healing. She's been through a lot, she's particularly triggered. So yeah, don't analyze it more than that. Just either heal the most triggered part of you in these little cute little healing times, or just blow it off and do fun, non-destructive other activities until you're ready to deal with it. You can say, angels, help me clear my resistance. That way you're gonna let your angels help, so they can help you clear your resistance. But yeah, when you go into resistance, you clear a lot less than you would otherwise. So, it happens. It happens. Someone says, hi, Janet, almost missed the healing. Do you have any suggestion for a way of healing gallbladder stones? Except imagination and vision, thank you. No, I don't. Not at all. Physical body issues like that are so physical are not my specialty at all. So, like I have some videos where you do energy healing on your bones and your muscles, and that's really cool. And we heal GV and CV meridians, which are fun, and those are body meridians in traditional Chinese medicine. But, like a specific, thing, generally, no. Plus, I don't have your first name, last initial, and that your YouTube ID is very generic, and so it doesn't really show you. So that further complicates it. It doesn't look like you have chakra damage, though. You do have aura damage. So, I mean, that's not going to fix your gallstones, but, that's something that you could do. You have aura damage in the back of your upper back left, like right along here. But yeah, it would be good in the future if you want to put your first name, last initial, just because that's so generic, and that YouTube ID is kind of like a shield. It doesn't show you at all. So that could help. Because I don't think I healed you today, but I don't know, because I don't know your name. So, but yeah, aura repair could be nice. Also, your grounding in the back is blocked, so you could unblock that. But as far as what helps with gallbladder stones, I have no idea. You could deal with a practitioner that does physical level work, like traditional Chinese medicine, acupuncture, that type of thing. Maybe there's some sort of a traditional Chinese medicine approach. I mean, obviously Western medicine approach, but if you're looking for alternatives, maybe combine it with traditional Chinese medicine as well. But I have no specific experience with that issue. So hope that helps. I mean, sorry, I can't help that specific issue. All right, well, that's an odd note to end on, but we could. Yeah, let's end on that. Why not? Let's see, do I have anything to announce? Next month themes, I could look that up. October. Someone says, thank you, makes more sense. I thought my mother wanted to destroy me. She's just extremely intense. Now I think I'm going to view this as strength training. Yeah, just view it as strength training. I don't think she's a guppy mom. I have this expression guppy mom for mothers or guppy parents, that are actually just, they're kind of driven on some subconscious level to be extremely destructive to their own children. Because guppy fish, they eat their own young, or they try to. So I call them guppy parents. But I mean, your mother is destructive, but I would say she's not as focused on destroying you in that sort of guppy mom kind of way. She's just out of control as far as like she's really imbalanced. You could do that video. Resolve conflict boundary issues. If you search Janet Wright, resolve conflict boundary issues, and start doing that kind of work with her, because then if she started working with her angels on a subconscious level, and you could just give her little reminders now and then after you get good at that kind of technique, then that would really reduce her intensity quite a bit, because she'd be working with her angels, and then she'd start getting the healing she needs, and that could redirect her energy in a non-manipulative, good karma kind of way. So hope that helps. Someone says, thank you so much, Janet. I'm not consciously aware that I hate you or the healings, but I am aware that I freeze up and can no longer see or hear properly. Yeah, I don't think it's not an external force shutting you down. It's you get too triggered, and then you just kind of like lock up. Your inner resistance gets too much. So yeah, just heal that part of you that is most freaked out. Just imagine a little you that's super freaked out, and keep giving her healings. I'm trying to find the next month's group healings. Sorry to make you guys wait. You'd think my phone would just pull me up automatically. I've looked at my site a million times. All right. So October, productivity. So yeah, the October triplet set starts on October 1st, because it starts on the first Friday of the month, which happens to be October 1st. So productivity, getting shit done, is the October triplet set, and communication is the October twin set on October 17th and 19th. Communication. So there we go. And the December healings go up for sale on my website on October 15th, at noon Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, which it says on my website. So October 15th, that's when the December group healings go up on my website. Anybody can purchase them as long as you do it before they sell out, which is like 30 minutes to 3 hours, depending. Okay, you guys are awesome. Take care. I will open up the little dog cages behind me. They're little houses, so you can see my puppies as we close out the live stream. Get a good camera view for them. There, that's good. Okay, here come the puppies. Daisy has leg trouble right now, so she's limping. I don't know that you can see it really. You can see her drinking water right now, but she has a bit of a limp right now. But anyway, Izzy's happily running about. All right, guys, you're awesome. Take care. Good for you for caring about your energy. Oh, here's one of my cats, I think. Let me see if I can get her on camera. There we go. That's Zen, looking beautiful as always. Okay, take care. You're awesome. Bye.